Hello everyone, it's TheAustinB here, and today I want to talk to you guys about my channel. And if you haven't noticed, I've got a new channel art up, and I have now 92 subscribers and 25,394 views, which is really uplifting to say the least. I have more than doubled my subscribers in the past month or so, and it's almost at 100, so I figured I would go ahead and make this video, and it's going to be about my channel. It's going to be about comments that I've gotten on my videos and comments that I've gotten on Reddit, and we'll see exactly, or I'll respond to these comments in person through this video and talk a little bit about my videos, the reasonings behind my videos, and future plans for videos. So let's go ahead and jump right into my most recent video. Is rocket launcher stat very important? So as you can see, this is our standard setup here. We have the 90, 75, 60, 45, 30 velocity rockets and how many meters per second they travel. And basically this was just very simplified, and all I had to do is do testing with two different rocket types just to find the math between the two different types. So if you look at the first couple comments here, well, we got 103 views here, 5 likes, that's nice. Alright, so from Dirty Birdie, you've been making some great videos, man. Keep it up. Easily my new favorite Destiny YouTuber. And I said, thank you. I'm going to continue to make as many videos as often as possible. And this is true. I have been trying my absolute best to come up with ideas and new things to create. And some of those new videos I think I'm going to be making is going to be like, how much experience does it take to max out an armor piece, or a specific armor piece, or exotic armor pieces, because armor pieces take a ton of experience for you to level them up. And more specifically, I'll narrow it down to motes of light and things that you can use to max out your armor faster. So that will probably be one of my next videos I make. Now let's go ahead and scroll down a little more. We have a message from Max Whitesmith. Do you think grenades and horseshoes is still worth it? It never seems to proc because the nerf in September making tracking is better now. So he's saying basically he thinks since the nerf that happened in September that tracking is a little worse. Now personally, I think tracking and grenades and horseshoes are both equally favored, but it definitely really depends on your playstyle. And let's go ahead and take a look at the actual post here. I have I posted on Reddit, and it basically shows all the statistics and stuff right in this body of text, and we got 78% upvotes, so that means 4 out of 5 people liked it. And so our first top comment here is, isn't slower velocity better for tracking rockets? Wouldn't it give the rocket better maneuverability since it goes slower? Well, T-Vals, we have a response from Dionysaurus, and he says, I've always thought this. I've seen rockets with tracking and high velocity fly past each other, or past targets, and slower rockets seem to have a little bit more compensation, but that's just my experience. I've always found higher blast radius to be more important, or tracking rockets and higher velocity is better if you have grenades and horseshoes, and I can't agree more. Basically, the higher velocity, if you have like a maxed out velocity rocket, you want to have grenades and horseshoes, because honestly tracking won't matter as much at that moment. Now if we look at this comment here, it says, judging by how Truth has velocity of 48 according to this link here, it can literally make split second turns. I'd say yeah, you're right, but this guy pretty much clarified exactly what I was thinking. Keep in mind that Truth has aggressive tracking. Truth does have aggressive tracking, and that's why its tracking is remarkable, and it can make basically those split second turns. So I personally replied to T-Vals by saying that's something I really can't say much on. It sounds correct in theory, but it won't be going so much slower to be making a huge enough difference unless you're quite far away. And that's really just from the info I gathered, and it's the truth. Like, the difference between a maximum velocity rocket and a low velocity rocket is so slim that tracking will make such a minimal effect compared to high velocity rockets and low velocity rockets that it really doesn't matter as much. So, but I still think it is an important perk to have, and with Truth having tracking and grenades and horseshoes, that's definitely something you should run with. So let's go ahead and see some other stuff here. Somebody said when you have very low blast radius equals less damage output, which is not exactly what I said in my post. Does it mean higher blast radius equals higher maximum damage? And this guy said no, all rockets do the same damage, which is why Gjallarhorn was king back with the wolf pack rounds. And yes, when you hit somebody with a rocket launcher directly, it will always do the same amount of damage as any other rocket. And hold on one second, let me turn down this music a little bit. I've got some instrumental music playing in the background. So basically, blast radius, if you don't directly hit the target, and say you're using tracking, basically this is going to aid you. Blast radius will make it where you have more overall damage output the closer the rocket is to your target. That is exactly what blast radius is for overall more potential damage output when it doesn't hit a direct target. And also, if it does hit a direct target and others are nearby, it will also affect the other guardians depending on how high your blast radius is. And this all makes perfectly clear sense. It should be pretty well known to anybody who can just pick up a rocket launcher and look at its stats. We have a couple posts here like, what about a PvE? And I just said it's the same situation. PvE enemies don't really move that much and they stay clustered together, so blast radius will always be more worth it in damage output. And we have some funny looking posts here talking about more PvE stuff, and honestly I don't really have a say on all that because this was mainly geared more towards Crucible PvP. So let's go on to the Shaxx video, which is on my channel. It's the second video I posted, I believe, recently, well, other than how to camp and win in Crucible. This is just a not so serious mini-taj, like it says here. It wasn't really meant to be taken seriously, and I was just sitting there using Badger CCL, picking people off. I was surprised that I was able to even be able to do all that. On my Reddit post, people were like, if I was on their team, I would be using a sniper to pick you off, but the truth is, nobody on the enemy team in this entire game was using a sniper rifle, so I just took complete advantage of that, and we won the game. I got the top player, emblem thing, and that was basically that's why I uploaded it. It wasn't really anything special, but it was how to camp and win, and sometimes camping isn't a bad thing. It's not Call of Duty, like, where you, I don't know, it's always fast-paced. I mean, Destiny is a fast-paced game, but some people do camp from time to time so that way they can pick off targets in certain areas and hold down certain zones. Like in Control, camping is actually a very powerful thing to do. Like I was doing, I was defending my side. So, for Shaxx Calls Me Out, that actually has very rare dialect or dialogue from Shaxx, and it doesn't really seem to come up too often. So when I posted this on Reddit, I got 10 upvotes, 77% of people upvoted, so that's okay. But hasn't that always been in there? It's always been pretty rare. And I said, don't know, this was my first time hearing it, and I felt like putting it in slow motion. Sounds like Lord Salad N. So Lord Salad. But he says, I've heard it twice before and out of hundreds of matches. So it does definitely seem to be a rare dialogue. So pretty interesting stuff on that. But let's go ahead and take a look at my most popular viewed video, the best raise ladder glitch you'll ever see. Now this is something I really can't say too much on because of the fact that, one, this is more of like a secret type of technique thing I used for myself, and I'm never going to abuse it. It's a glitch that basically makes it where the enemy team cannot see any of your bullets or grenades, anything that's thrown. When you're in this position, it looks like you're blocking, but any bullets fired or dumping an entire mag into an enemy will not show up to the enemy team. Basically, you could probably snipe with a sniper and there would be no red glow. Nobody could be able to, spot you. I feel like it could be very strong, but it takes a certain amount of requirements to set it up, and I was just doing the Will of Crota Nightfall strike, trying to farm Grasp on the Lock, and somehow I managed to pull that off. So I would explain it, maybe I will someday, but Bungie hasn't said anything about patching anything about this glitch, and I haven't tested it since their hotfix that just happened, I think, either yesterday or 2 days ago. About the Luck in the Chamber procs twice in a row thing, this has actually happened more often recently. And I thought this was kind of strange because actually in this video here, how to camp and win, I ended up getting 2 luck in the chamber shots on Badger CCL in the same clip or magazine. So that's very, very strange. I don't know if it has to do with the most recent patches, and maybe it could be reloading before you've used a luck in the chamber bullet, making it where the luck in the chamber bullet gets carried over. No idea. But back to the best raise ladder glitch thing. I have the Reddit post. It has 140 upvotes, which is the most upvotes I've gotten on Reddit ever. And I even put Destiny Horror, prepare yourselves. We have 52 comments and 140 upvotes. Like I said, 89% of people upvoted. So that's cool, even though I've got like 51 likes and 11 dislikes on the actual video. So you got some funny comments here. I need an old priest, a young priest. The power of Christ compels you. Jumps out window. So yeah, and a lot of people say that's some exorcist stuff right there. The real question is, why haven't we gotten chroma glowing eyes for Celestial Nighthawk? And honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Having like blue or yellow or magenta, anything, that would be really cool. I don't know if it'd make you stand out more, but it depends what kind of thing you're trying to do. So we got a lot of comments on this page, but nothing really I can put a finger on for, you know, answering a reply. So let's go over to this video here, best maximum legendary stats, and this actually took me quite some time to create. It, you know, if you wanted to find out what the highest range you could get on a mid-rate of fire hand cannon, it would be Eyes Luna or Imago Loop. And if you wanted to find out the highest stability, it would be the Ufarin HC4 or Vanity. And this was, it took me quite a while to create this chart for one reason. I had to go and screenshot on my computer every single maximum stat for every legendary primary weapon. And if I had to do exotics and secondaries and heavies as well, there would be no way I could be able to fit all of this information onto here. And I got some comments here saying, like this guy, the Namdam Bomb, he said, or the Namda Bomb, basically he said, just started playing for about 3 weeks, still confused, so I have a regular hand cannon at attack level 160. I earned my first legendary gun, which was a pulse rifle, which I absolutely hate, at attack level 110, and I accidentally dismantled it. Was this a good or bad decision? Not a pulse rifle type player, but since it's like legendary, does it exceed my regular hand cannon? It was such a lower level, I was quick to dismantle it. And first of all, there are 2 things. If you like the weapon and it has good perks on it, then you should keep it. If you don't like it, like this guy says he's not a pulse rifle player, then there's no point in keeping it. He could infuse it from his hand cannon that he actually likes with into his legendary, since it's 1-to-1 infusion, and make it stronger. And I'm not sure why he hates it. It could be because its damage is lower, or it could be because of the perks. He didn't really ever reply to my post. I gave him a quick rundown, just like I am now kind of to you guys. And we got Scott's Gaming Channel. He said, thanks, this is helpful. If you could add a text box with abbreviations with equal sign with the gun, it'd be a lot better. And I said, I could probably make annotations that you can hover over that would show the weapons and with the abbreviation and whatnot, but I'm not really sure how to fit all that into one picture. And that's the truth. If I put annotations on every single one of these weapons, it would cover up the picture, and basically there would be, it'd be very, very hard. You'd have to basically X out of everything you didn't want to see, and you would have to highlight everything you wanted to see. And so, because of visual properties of the video only being limited to 1920 by 1080p, I can't really put as much in there. So that's why I said in the video what the abbreviations for each weapon were. And of course we got some different oddballs like the Speaker, Osiris, and Strange Symbols in Destiny and what their connections are. And we have the time to kill of all legendary primaries, which actually I liked a lot. This was one of those types of things that I really wanted to find out for myself, especially after the patch changed to the high rate of fire auto rifles here. And now they do 12 to the body and 15 to the head, which is kind of interesting. They went from 13 body, 16 crit to 12, 15. But the time to kill is still extremely fast, regardless of crits or regular body shots, and it's a 0.9 and all that stuff. And we got some comments saying, wonderful, straightforward video with nice explanation. As Shax would say, this is amazing, and thanks for your hard work and stuff like that. And that's the kind of stuff that I really like seeing on my videos. It encourages me to keep making more. And I really do like making these videos and stuff. And with this video here, the massive Celestial Nighthawk for the patch 2.3, that was just a video I made the day right before the patch came out. Like, I was doing as much testing with it as I could before the patch came out, and I did it on a nightfall that got changed right after the patch into the Will of Crota Strike. And my calculations, I calculated all the math before the patch came out, and it literally added up straight to that calculation. So I was kind of happy about that, but I kind of wish the time to kill of all legendary primaries got a little bit more popularity, because it was one of those things that I had to go and test every single archetype of weapon personally to do. And the future of Destiny Rise of Iron DLC, that was just basically what I thought it would be, and I was kind of off in certain areas, but it was also just ideas for the future of Destiny. Had a tier 12 armor, almost got 1,000 views on that, but I used Destiny Inventory Manager, which is up here where my mouse is, and it's a Google Chrome extension app, and that will definitely help you out if you're trying to find a tier 12 build. And we have the best low rate of fire autos in order. This is a good video if you want to find out what the best low rate of fire autos are for their priority stats. The priorities being stability, then range second, then here, let me just open up the link here and we can take an easy look here. And it should show here right now. So you can see that we have all these stats here, and if we go a little bit further, maybe, yeah, you can see the blue numbers represent the highest maximum base value and the lowest maximum or minimum base values, and you can see all these different stats, and I even put in subtractions, and this is like the order of what you should probably go for on one of these weapons. And very, very interesting, thorough video for 5 or 6 minutes, basically. And I can go further, but basically, I mean, I have some videos like odds of a guy's God roll as Luna. You have 4 options here, and I just basically uploaded this onto Reddit, and it got a ton of attention because I guess people didn't really realize how rare getting a God roll really was. It's less than 1% by itself. It's like 0.07 something, and that's just to get a God roll. And then who knows what the calculation is for you to get the actual drop in the Crucible. So, I mean, it's probably like a 0.007 or something, all I can say. So we also have a few others. Best low rate of fire scout rifles. This one was just like the best low rate of fire auto rifles, but this one wasn't as accurate, I would say, personally. But I learned from my last experience of the video, and when I made my second video, I made sure to make it more accurate. It does have more views, but I plan to put a thumbnail on this at some point, so that way that works out. And I believe at my top 3 auto rifles in Destiny, I got a new mic, which you are hearing now, and that's when all of these other videos with this new mic happened. And prior to all of these, I have a lower quality mic, and I'm also not using Elgato, which is a video recording software for consoles. So I have several statistical videos like the not nerfed high rate of fire autos in PvP, just general stuff. And hopefully, if you guys want, you guys can check out some of these older videos. I did a lot of exploring the April updates stuff, and that was a fun thing to do for a little while. But other than that, I mean, we also have swarm grenades and PvE and what they do. We have golden gun is affected by exotic helmets and no helmet at all. How to get the best points in Challenge of the Elders, Caprice Sting, Hunter Exotic Review, which actually received a good bit of attention and a lot of likes. And basically, like, if you guys want to ask for something specific that you want me to show you, it doesn't have to be anything Hunter related. I mean, I play Hunter more than any other class, but I do have the other classes all maxed out and all that good stuff, just so that way I can run Nightfalls, raids, and stuff like that. So basically, that basically covers most of these videos here. I mean, I have a couple montages. The first things I did was montages, and then I did like a video 32 and 4 Iron Banner 20 kill streak, and I had a 1,000-yard stare quadra. It was, I mean, my older stuff was more just like gameplay stuff, and I've been moving more towards statistics and information within the game. So hopefully, guys, we can achieve 100 subscribers soon. We're not too far. We just need 8 more. And also, I'm going to try my best to upload videos that will be kind of related to stat reviews and what is the best for certain stats and things like that. So thank you guys for all of your encouragement through all of my videos. You guys have really helped me out a lot by just encouraging me to make more videos. And without you guys, I probably wouldn't be able to do this. And I know there's only 92 subscribers. There are people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers who think they're subscribers all the time. But I mean, I really mean it. I have 92 subscribers here, and maybe not all of them watch my videos, but you guys are there. You guys are subscribed to me for a reason, and I will try to give you guys a reason to continue watching my videos. So that's basically everything in a nutshell. I know this kind of dragged on a little bit. I was just trying to cover some of my videos, what they meant, some of the comments, and my future plans. And yeah, so look forward to seeing the next video of my Destiny projects. It'll probably be definitely on armor experience and stuff like that, and how many motes it could take to level up, or what could be the fastest way to level up without motes, without, you know what I mean. So thank you guys. I know I said it like 10 times now, but you can't say it enough. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have it easy, Guardians. I don't even know what my ending is anymore. Just take it easy.